This video is brought to you by the Turtle Flakes podcast. Turtle Flakes, the tasty breakfast treat that tastes just like pizza. Prepare to get shell-shocked.
Cowabunga dudes, this is Anthony, aka BadBomb82, and welcome to another episode of Totally Tubular Turtle Tuesday, the one day of the week where I devote my channel to something TMNT related. So for this episode, I'll be taking a look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Vintage Collection, the Tubular Surfin' Dude, Genghis Frog. Now, I absolutely love this toy. The four frogs from the original cartoon were some of my all-time favorite characters. Now, we didn't get all four frogs in the toy line, but we did get at least two, and I'm so glad that Genghis was one of them. His color apps are so wild and vibrant that I absolutely dig it, and his accessories are really cool. That tongue gun is insane and just screams TMNT. I dig it so much. But before we take a closer look at the figure, let's give you a quick rundown of all the radical things that he comes with. So Genghis does come with some pretty gnarly accessories. Starting off, he comes with his tongue gun, his radical razor sharp boogie board, his surfing shades, and his beach bandolier with cola can grenades. So with the accessories out of the way, let's take a closer look at Genghis Frog. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at Genghis Frog. Definitely one of the cooler figures. I remember having this guy as a kid and just kind of thinking Battletoads. You know, I don't know about you guys, but that's what I thought when they came out with these frogs on the cartoon and whatnot and the toys. So I almost treated them as like Battletoad figures, you know, battling against my Ninja Turtles, which I always thought was really cool. But this is a very fun toy. I absolutely love it. I will say this, it is very disappointing that we never got the two other frogs from the cartoon, because there were four, just like there were four turtles. But we did get one other one right here, which was Napoleon. This design for Napoleon was just so vastly different from the cartoon, because for him, Genghis, he was pretty much true to the cartoon for the most part, with the exception of the colors and whatnot. But for the most part, all the turtles on the show looked like him, exactly like him, just in different colors. This was dramatically different, but I love this Napoleon just so bad. That's an awesome, like, was it Horned Toad or something? Horny Toad, whatever it's called. That's a really cool toy. But back to Genghis here. So I love the design. He's just straight up turtle, my bad, a frog. But I love he has all the warts and stuff like all molded all over him, all the spots and things like that, all over his entire body. Just looks very cool. He does have this like California surfer thing going on, as they all kind of did in the cartoon and whatnot. He's got like an open shirt. It's almost like a Hawaiian shirt type of thing. But this one has like clouds and lightning bolts, and you can see on the back of that cloud right there, you see a little angry face kind of sculpted in there. That was pretty cool. He's got the puka shell necklaces right there with like a shark tooth hanging out. That's all pretty awesome. But I love the fact that all these like shapes on the shirt are sculpted on and not just painted. Like the lightning bolts all sculpted on, all these clouds or maybe flowers, I'm not sure what they are, but that's all sculpted on there, which is very nice. We got a nice yellow bracelet or gold bracelet on this side. He has a good little watch on this side. I'm pretty sure that's like an underwater type of watch, but that's very cool. It's really nicely sculpted too, because you can even see like the dials or the hands on the watch, which is actually very nice detailing for that. And then he has this weird diaper thing. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. I'm assuming that's probably like a surfer type of thing. But he has this weird, awkward yellow diaper with the shorts underneath, which is a really awkward design, but it totally works for him. So yeah. But I did actually draw this guy not too long ago. and I just had a fun time drawing him. In my opinion, he's just such a cool design. I love everything from the old toy line, and I had to do my own version of this vintage toy, especially with the tongue gun right there. So I loved it. It was such a lot of fun. I really enjoyed doing that, so I hope you enjoy it too. And if you're all interested in following more of my art, go ahead and follow me on Instagram at ArtLife82. So great figure nonetheless. He does come with quite a bit of accessories and whatnot. So one thing I will show first, he comes with these shades. Now these shades are cool, just molded on the solid blue, just like a lot of TMNT accessories. They're all really molded in one similar color. They're supposed to go over the eyes like that, and they look cool and whatnot. As you can see, they look pretty cool, but they do not stay on there whatsoever. And as a kid, I don't remember if they did back then. Maybe I'm just doing this wrong, but they kind of just rest there like that, and they will stay if it's on your shelf and not moving, but I mean, they just pop off so easily. So a little disappointed that they can't stay on there better. I'm probably going to have to get some like sticky tack or some wax to really get those on a little better and just stay there, because I think it's a really cool look. He has his shades on, so very, very fun. We also do get his little utility belt here with these little soda can bombs, or grenades I should say. Now this just latches on right here. There's a little peg system. You just plug that in like so, and you can take all 4 of these grenades out, and you can hold them actually in either hand, and that works out pretty good too. And this keeps coming off. This belt specifically does not stay clipped in or pegged in very well, so we do got that option to hold the grenades. I think is pretty cool, and the fact that we got 4 of them, so it's pretty gnarly that he turned some soda cans into some grenades, but still very, very TMNT universe type of thing, you know? We also do get this accessory right here, which is a boogie board, but it's actually also doubles as a shield. So I mean, I guess if you really wanted, you could have him like posed on the boogie board and whatnot. I guess you could do that, but it's really meant to be used as a shield. So he does have a little handle like that, and he can hold it on there. And you can see mine is a little discolored right here. You know, it's an older toy, and it's bound to happen with the plastic, but still very, very cool. We also get this, probably my favorite accessory, the tongue gun. Such a really cool weapon. Yeah, the sculpt looks really cool. I love that the fact that the head of the gun right there, the barrel is like on a mouth or some lips, and then it has a little feature where it shoots the tongue out like that. So kind of like a frog, when a frog, you know, shoots his tongue out and like eats a fly, kind of like that. That's supposed to be pretty much what it is, but it's pretty gnarly. It's a mouth with some like lips, and you can see the tongue just kind of like jolting out like that. So pretty gnarly. It's really kind of creepy, but I love it so much. It's a lot of fun, and that's just a very cool and unique weapon. Again, one of the reasons why I love the TMNT line is because of things like that. We get a tongue gun. That's pretty dope. So good job, Playmates, for the uniqueness. So very cool, armored up, you know, put on his shades like that if you want. So that's a fun looking toy, man. It's just a California surfer frog with a tongue gun and soda can grenades. That's a cool, man. I love the 90s, the 80s and 90s toys. Were just a ton of fun, and this is why we love these things as a kid, and even now as an adult, we appreciate these things so much more. So very cool. So let's take some of this stuff off, and let's take a look at the articulation a bit. So it's pretty standard for the most part. Only rotates at the head like that. It's not on a ball peg or anything like that, so you're just gonna get that kind of side-to-side, you know, rotation like that. Arms can go full 360 on both sides like so, and then we do get rotation at the wrists, just like that, just above the watches and the bracelet. And then the legs are on those standard like ball pegs, you know, they kind of just roll around, can kick out like that, not really back and forth so much, but you can do a little bit. And he is in a little bit of an awkward stance, the way the feet are, but since they are flat-footed, you can get him to stand pretty well for the most part, but don't be surprised if he does fall on your shelf from time to time. So overall, again, such a fun figure. I've said that a lot in this review. I loved the frogs. Again, him and Napoleon were so cool. I really wish we got the other ones. Man, it would have been such a dream. And my really future hope is to someday work on like a TMNT Classics toy line, to just bring a lot of these old toys back to us older collectors in a greater capacity, you know what I mean? So he is one that I definitely would love to work on a design for in the future. So hopefully someday we can get those other two frogs, excuse me, in some capacity. But overall, if you love the TMNT universe and you love this specific episode where the frogs came out, definitely check it out. It's a lot of fun, and this is definitely a must get. So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Captain America figure, as well as a DCUC Batman figure. And for your TMNT comparison, here he is standing next to the Vintage Collection Napoleon and Mutagen Man. And just for fun, here he is standing next to Little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys. My review of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Vintage Collection Genghis Frog. Now overall, I just think this is a really cool and fun toy. I had such a great time with him as a kid. This is a good example of why the classic line is so great. He's got a beautiful sculpt, really bright and vibrant colored paint apps, and pretty gnarly accessories. That tongue gun still gets me to this day. He's a California surfing frog with an arsenal, named after a warlord. That's pretty gnarly. Good job, Playmates. I am so proud to add him to the collection. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Cowabunga dudes, and stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.